Well, I should fill you guys in. Austin and I have been putting in crazy amount of hours on the Supra, getting it ready to go for sick week, and it's for sure crunch time right now. But I've been coming up here damn near every single day after work. It's about an hour one way, so I'm spending 2 hours in the vehicle just to come up and work on it every night, and put in 4 or 5 hours a night working on the roll cage right now. But up until now, I will show you what we've been doing. We got some steering done and got the fuel cell mounted and the parachute bar in. Let me show you here. Everything's pretty filthy right now. It's a full-blown fab shop with the plasma table and everything, so it gets dusty, but we'll get that worked out. But you can see we got the manual steering rack all in place. This is from a Ford Pinto. It's just a Jegs brand. It's not a Flaming River or anything, but it's almost identical. And we got that mounted. We actually welded in, made some bushings, some threaded blocks, I guess you could say, and cut into the subframe and welded them blocks in. That way we could just thread a bolt in through both those mounting spots there. And they are factory tie rod ends that I just re-threaded because I think it was either an 11 millimeter or 14 millimeter, I don't remember, but it is almost identical to the 9/16 thread that the steering rack needed. So I just re-tapped them and it's plenty good, and there's a clamp on it and everything, so don't have to worry about that being a problem. The Motion Raceworks parachute mount is all in and good to go. I got the cable holder also. Still have to get a parachute and get that painted and everything, but it looks so good out here. There's virtually no gap around that in the bumper, so it looks super clean. All welded right to the frame rails or whatever you want to call that. This is some super thin material, so Austin took some thicker gauge steel sheet and just reinforced it, welded all the way up on top. Then we were able to weld that right to it, and got some gussets there that actually came with the kit. And we mounted the fuel cell back here too. It is up here, it sits about an inch and a half higher than the floor, and there's a little bit of a ramp right here, so it's flat here, flat up top, and then right here it's kind of down at an angle. So we'll make the floor around it, but we set the fuel cell in there flat. Nice inch square tubing holding it all in. We made it so the reason I didn't make it completely flush is because I didn't want this hanging too far down. I didn't want all these sticking out underneath the bumper so you could see it, or if I ever have wheelie problems in the future, I don't want that to be a problem. But Austin welded these tabs onto the fuel cell, and we drilled out and put in like bushings, like a sleeve kind of deal, and welded it into the bracket so that it's not going to crush it. We need the correct length bolts and nuts and everything to actually get that permanently fastened in, but it is looking good and solid. Kind of keeps the fuel cell, a little bit of a gap there just on these tabs. There's a gap everywhere, so it's not actually rubbing or vibrating, and should be pretty solid. Very, very excited with how everything turned out. guys, heading over to Matthias Fabrication right now to get started on the floor of the cage. Last night we got everything all laid out and tubes notched, and Austin ran a practice bead around one joint just to make sure all the settings and stuff were right. So we're gonna get into the shop and get started pretty early and have a full day working on the cage, see if we can't get the floor structure done anyway. But it is freezing cold outside, and hopefully he's got the heat turned up when I get there. But yeah, let's get to it. Got the whole floor all together, notched. Austin's going around tacking everything in so he can take it under the car and fit it, make sure it's gonna fit nice under everything. Seat bar, got a notch for the drive shaft. This is just temporarily in for now, but we'll move it back once we find out where that transmission mount's gonna go. I got my grinder privileges taken away. The bird tool got a little carried away. I left tracks all over the cage. ourselves a roll cage. Alrighty, so this is where we are. We got a bunch of work done. Got a little bit to go on the cage yet. Some stuff still to work out, and got to get some time set up for somebody to come certify the cage. But I'll show you what we got done so far. We took the front funny car cage hoop to Hot Rods by Havlicks in Cedar Rapids, and they helped me out and put just a little bend up top. That was flat across, but since the main roof halo actually sits lower than that top, we didn't want that in the driver's face or anything like that. But look at how good this cage is coming along. It's awesome. Everything in is finish welded right now. Need to put a floor triangulation in this side. That side's already done, but we ran out of tubing. I got that. That came in the mail yesterday, I think. Got the roof X to put in as soon as the funny car front hoop is in. And yeah, then once that's all done, we'll tie it to the chassis and set up some time for somebody to come certify it. Hopefully everything's good. We've been following the book as close as we can. And yeah, learning so much shit as we go along. So many hours and so much time every night into this. I'll run around the other side, show you how it fits inside. Check that out. Fitment on point. Looks so good, still wide open for all the controls and everything. Austin's out deer hunting right now, but I'm gonna keep on notching and getting the last of the tubing all ready to go, so when he comes back he can tack it in, get everything fit together, and then finally finish this up. We have the back supports also to put in, but yeah, that's where we're at.